You are welcome to the second episode of What is Sanatan Dharma. In first episode, I explained you the literal meaning of Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma, the word means the universal or eternal. Dharma does not signify or means the religion. There is no exact word for the dharma in English, but we can say dharma is a thing which is being followed by everyone. Means we can call it as a law. It is the eternal or universal law which is being followed by everyone in this universe. Now, but this Sanatan Dharma became Hindu Dharma or Hinduism, and the followers of the Sanatan Dharma became the Hindus. How this transformation took place, this I am going to explain you in my second episode. The word Hindu is more or less a geographical word. There was one word, that is the Sindhu. This is a Sanskrit name of the Indus River in the northwest region of the Indian subcontinent. The ancient Persian fellow, they came in the 6th BC to that area, means around the area Sindh Nadi, and they gave this word Hindu because they had problem of speaking the word Sindhu, so they replaced Sai, means Sa to H. So Sindhu became Hindu, and it is written in their books that the persons or the natives of the region around Indus River were called as Hindus because they could not call them Sindhu. So that's how the Sanatan Dharma peoples became the Hindu. Now the how and when first the Hinduism word was used instead of Sanatan Dharma. It is mentioned in the literature. The first mention what we got is in the 7th century, done by a Chinese scholar who visited this region, Asia, and he wrote in his book the dynasty, the Great Tang Dynasty record of Western region. This was written by a Shou Zhong in 627 CE to 645. In this book, he mentioned about the Hindus and Hinduism. This was the first mentioned word, the record of Hinduism. Then in 19th century, Raja Ram Mohan Roy used this word in 1816-17, and when the Britishers came in India to separate or to distinguish Hindus from other religions like Muslims, Christians, they established this term Hinduism in 1830. So I explain you how the Sanatan Dharmi became Hindus and their Dharma, Sanatan Dharma word became Hinduism. Now we want to discover, or we want to know how old this Dharma is, how old is the Sanatan Dharma. The latest literature reveals basis on the basis of Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Saraswati. They found many signs and symbols that those cultures, those civilizations were quite developed. Their city were modern. They had their own culture, their religion, their rituals, their own economy, their language, and that was quite developed and advanced. And the sign which we got, the poetry from those civilizations were of the goddesses, showing the swastik chinna, sacred animals posed on a seal, Shiva, and doing the yajna. So that proves that at least this Sanatan Dharma was being followed by the peoples who are living in the Mohenjo-daro, Saraswati or Harappa civilization. So at least it was older than 5,000 years BC. So 2,000 of now and 5,000, so it becomes the 7,000. So we can say that Sanatan Dharma, the latest evidence of Sanatan Dharma is found 7,000 before today, we can say that. But when we discover and when I search for the literature, how old in true sense our religion was, then I realized and I found a person who, the name of his Mr. Nilesh Neelkant Oak. He's a scholar. He, by profession, he's an engineer. And for decades, he has done the research work on the astronomy basis. And he gave a lot of scientific evidences. You can read his books. When did the Mahabharata war happen? The historic Rama. He has written few books, and one more book is going to come in which he has given all the evidences, and he proved that Mahabharata took place 5,560 years before Christ, and Ramayana took 12,209 before Christ. Means you add 2,000 to it, so Mahabharata is 7,560 years old, and Ramayana is 14,209 years old. So we can say that our Vedic literature, based on so many, you can see the list of the multidisciplinary evidences he has given. Based on that, he proved that Vedic science or Vedic culture or Sanatan Dharma was older than at least 16,000 years. 16,000 years. Based on his all evidences, you can find out his name is Nilesh Neelkant Oak, and these are the beautiful pictures he has mentioned. He has explained about the Mahabharata and Ramayana years, and he has explained on the basis of the rivers which were flowing at that time and various shlok in which the condition or the status of all the asters, based on that and based on the rivers, he proved that our ancient culture was 16,000 older. Now, what is Sanatan Dharma? I am going to tell you in the next episode, means the episode 2 part B. So you watch that for the remaining part of episode 2.